Hey yo, YouTube, episode 3 already. We already started exactly 1 week ago, May 28th. Today is June 4th. It's been exactly 1 week. Episode 3 coming at you. So, for today, I wanted to talk about 5 things that really just piss me off, and moments where it is extremely awkward. So without further ado, let's get right into it. The very first thing that pisses me off. The first thing that pisses me off is seriously nothing against big people, fat people, obese people, but it is when I get on a plane, because I fly, I go on business trips here and there, and if y'all big, and you know how usually on a plane there's 3 seats, 3 seats this way, 3 seats this way, so 6 seats total. If y'all sit down, and because of your size, I expect you to, book 2 seats because of your size. Because if y'all sit down and you're infringing upon my space, I'm gonna get pissed. Nothing against you guys, but if I want to turn my body on, I can't because of you. Shit, I'm gonna think that, So that's the very first thing that pisses me off. Second thing that pisses me off while we are on the subject of planes is, how you have those armrests? People do this. Like the person who's especially sitting in the middle seat, they put both of their arms on the armrest, It's like, damn, all right, I'm about to put my arm on at least my left side or my right side. Hey, yo, but the guy who sits in the middle or the woman who sits in the middle, if y'all put both your arms up, you can't do anything, It pisses me off. The third thing, this is not what pisses me off, but it's an awkward moment, is I actually, found this out last week, but I went to go bowling with some of my colleagues, and I'm not a good bowler, Shit, if I average 100, that's a good day, but just FYI, I averaged over 100 on that day. Anyways, how you step up to the plate, you grab a bowling ball, and it's your turn, right? And you throw the ball, and I don't know, you spun it incorrectly, and it goes on the side rail, or you knock down like a pin, maybe 2 at most. The moment you turn around, and that few second walk you have to take after you've just released the ball, back to the chair, those 3 to 5 seconds you have to walk back, man, extremely awkward. It's like no one's even looking at you. The next bowler is getting up, getting ready, picking up his or her ball, so it's his or her turn. Should I lend out my hand, try to get a fake high five? Extremely awkward moment. Number 4, numero cuatro, okay, it's an awkward moment. You know how when you get in an elevator and you start to ascend or descend and people get on the elevator, they press, 7, 9, 10, whatever. Damn, in those few, in that 30 seconds to a minute where you have to reach your destination, man, if it's silent, it's just awkward, it's just uncomfortable, something about, I'm not claustrophobic, I'm not really I don't feel timid because I'm in an enclosed, casing with a, full of people, but it's just awkward, that moment of silence. And, for those of you who love to initiate conversations, man, it's even more awkward, it's like, let me just get to my destination, And another, reference has to do with elevators is, think about this for a little bit, the Koreans, gag concert, I don't know, usually Koreans should understand this, but if y'all watch gag concert, they did 불편한 진실, okay? The sad truth. And it was really funny because, people walk in the elevator, and as soon as they press, they do nothing except they just look up. They just look up, they don't talk. They see, okay, 6, 7, 8, and they land where they have to go. And I thought that was really hilarious because that's actually what Koreans do. But, in America, it's 50-50. There are people who will, talk with you. People will just stay silent. People let out a fart here and there, Man, so awkward. Guys, last but not least, again, these are not in any particular order. They're completely random. Whatever's coming off the top of the head, I'm just spitting it out right there. And I'm gonna just end it here. The 5th thing, and this is very important to me. what I think is very rude and pisses me off is people who are late. You know, I'm sorry, but and I don't mean to brag, but I think, you know, any unbiased person, a third person point of view would agree with me. But, you know, don't be late. You know, like if I'm going on a blind date with someone, not saying that I'm gonna go on a blind date with someone, I'm already married to a beautiful person, but if you go on a blind date with someone and you have a 6 o'clock meeting at a beautiful fancy restaurant, you know, you should be there by 5:40, 5:45, you know? Be ready, sit down on a chair, you know, like, you know, ask to see where your table is, see if you can make any modifications, you know, get closer to the window seat, more closer to the beach spot, whatever, you know? But, you know, if you're gonna be late, and there are people who do this, you know, they show up at like 6:10, 6:15, 6:20. They don't even text message you. They don't even call in advance, and they just show up. And what pisses me off is people who act like nothing wrong has happened. They just show up and like, I'm here. Hi. All right, so let's start this date off. Nah, it's over. You know, in the back of my mind, I'm gonna think, nah, it's over. You know, y'all late. You know, what is it? You have no respect for me. I sacrificed 15 minutes earlier to get here for you, to reserve the spot in advance, and this is the way you treat me? Nah, not happening. All you have to do, and this is a very simple trick, but you know what's surprisingly funny? It doesn't get fixed easily, okay? People who are late are usually late in everything they do, you know? So, again, going back to what the simple fix is, leave 5-10 minutes earlier. Whether it's like, you know, you have to get to your 8 o'clock job, or you have to get to that 5 o'clock blind date spot, wherever, a movie night, whatever, leave 5-10 minutes earlier than when you would normally leave, okay? A little trick for y'all. All right, guys, that sums it up for today. Thank you for watching. Very simple, random thoughts coming out of my mouth. You know, take it in, soak it in, digest it a little bit, think about it. But the next episode, which will be released on Saturday, it's gonna be crazy, y'all, because I'm gonna show y'all how to cook something. And it's gonna be crazy. So stay tuned, because, you know, it's gonna be an amazing dish, all right? So props, love, like and subscribe. You know, feel free to leave any comments, you know, suggestions you have, all right? Peace.